Saints, it's Lachlan Coote at fullback, Makinson and Grace the wings, Nagama and Percival centres, Johnny Lomax making his 200th Super League appearance, and Theo Farge in the halves. In the forwards, Alex Walmsley, James Roby, this is his 30th play-off tie, Luke Thompson, Zeb Tyre, Dominic Peyrou and Morgan Knowles. And on the bench, Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook, Kyle Amor, this his 299th career appearance, Jack Ashworth and Aaron Smith. Bentley missing out. Coach, could it be his final home game? He is hoping so. Justin Holbrook. St Helens newly crowned player of the year, Luluai, puts the kick in, and again it's good work from the Saints.
Yeah, we'll kick it into the corner, restrict those metres, just 21 metres Wigan made. We saw that they looked to shift it, they didn't have any joy going forward off the ruck, trying to find that space.
Johnny Lomax has got a whack already on the cheek. Shrugs it off, shrug of the shoulders. Makinson now. And Saints, 2 tackles gone, 3, and look where they are already as Luke Thompson drives it in. Partington down low to make the tackle. Here is Theo Farge to Walmsley. Walmsley uprooted by Willie Isa. Roby. Lachlan Coote puts a crossfield kick in. Theo Farge chases, and Saints get the first try of the game. Theo Farge with his 7th of the season.
Saints just chewing up those metres, getting on the front foot, kicking on the front foot, and Theo Farge just tracks up the middle to come up with the opening try of this game. You know, he made his debut for Salford in 2013. Hasn't he come on since then?
In the middle.
And Hardacre launches that kick downfield. Coote collects.
Oh, okay.
Well, every kick that they seem to have got the Saints, they've brought it back more or less to halfway or in Wigan's half, so field position is stacked heavily in Saints' favour. You can see that Wigan trying to wrestle them, slow them down, make the rucks really slow, try and force that error. They're just not having any joy though.
The Super League's top try scorer, Tommy Makinson, just over the halfway line. Luke Thompson now. Oh, Thompson has burst through the middle. Is anybody in support? Farge was trying to get there, but Hardacre manages to make the tackle, but Thompson driving a huge wedge into that Wigan defence, and they could profit here. Coote's kick ahead, just too strong, and that's a let-off for Wigan. Farge with that try. There's Sam Powell, that left wrist heavily strapped. Williams, oh, the ball's intercepted. Nagama will go, and nobody will catch him. The try presented on a plate for Kevin Nagama.
They're looking at the halfway line. It's a little bit slow and laboured. We talked about the importance of George Williams taking the line on, creating opportunities. It was a flat ball at the defensive line, and that's just class.
Again, they get the ball here just on halfway.
Here is Dominic Peyrou.
Move, Shaw, now! Wait!
Having a great season for the Saints. Whoa, Walmsley! Lachlan stopping him in his tracks with that tackle. Unfortunately, putting him down before he went over the horizontal. Great run from Morgan Knowles. Roby now. Lomax short pass. Zeptea. He's cut down about 10 metres out. Luke Thompson again, change of direction from Thompson, looking to wrong foot his opponents. This time Club & Co make the tackle, but they're that close. They're looking for further points here, are Saints, while they're dominating this match, and the ball bobbled over the dead ball line by Joe Burgess.
And you have to say, 13 minutes, they look fresh, they look fired up, and they're absolutely spot on.
It might have been climbing Snowdon that helped, because that's what they did while they were on their time off. They climbed Snowdon as a group, and then went whitewater rafting as well. Sounds like a great,
yeah, it does.
Bonding session, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here's Luke Thompson now.
They want to do Kilimanjaro next, Bill.
Or the Grand Canyon. Good luck, Barry. Here's Theo Farge. Lomax short ball. Peyrou. 10 metres out, he is tackled. Farrell and Williams on duty there. Walmsley now. Saints again, and there's a penalty. Liam Farrell just subtly trying to slow things, not subtle enough though. Penalty conceded.
That kick goes over, there's 2 more points.
Well, you'd always have two that complement each other, don't you? And they certainly do. It seems to be the winning formula that the coach has got. He starts these two players, they do the damage, and then they have a bit of a breather, come back on. And also, when you've got wingers like that who make meters,
Makinson carving his way through. Sorry, Terry.
incredible, isn't it? You know, like you forward, your props go forward, you've got wingers like him and Regan Grace, then you've got Thompson on the back of it. It just seems to be relentless at the minute.
Wigan spending most of this game on the back foot, in reverse. As they are again. Percival, Willie Isa with the tackle. Partington was hanging around as well. Here's Morgan Knowles, the young Welsh international. Powell and O'Loughlin taking their time there. It's with Farge, and then Farge lost this one. Burgess, tall winger. Powell doesn't really seem to be too inconvenienced by that wrist problem. Oh, now then, Hankinson is away. He's got Marshall in support. Marshall gets past the first challenge. Grace trying to get him, but Marshall will go in close to the sticks, and Wigan have found a way to get round the Saints' defence.
Clearly still in this contest, 8 points behind. The last 2 occasions they've had the ball, they've come up with handling errors, and yet they still have the opponents here within sight. Percival, brilliant run down the sideline if he can stay on Ireland.
Burgess eventually making the tackle on Mark Percival. Is Nagama now. Try scorer with that intercept from George Williams' pass. The Saints got off to a flying start. Wigan have pegged them back. Peru just over the halfway line.
Go free.
Knowles.
There's good little movement, little change of lanes at the line from Saints. They're having an awful lot of joy. Going direct, then skipping out.
It's the skip from Lomax. Now here's Roby. Roby across the field. Lomax, Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook was on his shoulder. There is Louis. Theo Farge. Farge with a little kick. Oh, little kick. And it was Coote who was on the follow-up. And if his feet hadn't gone from underneath him, I'm sure he would have got that try. That was a let-off for Wigan, I think.
Too far away. It's an impossible task.
Justin Holbrook watching on there, hoping that this will be the final home game of the season. This will be his farewell to the totally wicked stadium, because that will mean that the next stop will be Old Trafford before he goes back to Australia to take up the reins at Gold Coast.
Some good efforts from Oliver Partington.
Here is Farge. Farge, short pass. Roby. Here is Lomax. Lomax, little step, and then to Theo Farge. Farge signals to Dom Peru to cut back the other way, and Peru obliges. Now Roby. Roby's pass. Oh, Thompson, it opens up, and he didn't need a second invitation. The door was flung open wide for Luke Thompson.
Very big and strong on the edges with Dom Peru and Zeb Taylor. You look at the work that Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook, because he's such a polarising player, Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook, he does get under the skin of opposition, so they'll forget what they're doing.
Played his own half. Nagama hit that ball at pace and gets past the first line of defence, and Farrell eventually gets a hold of him. Gildart there as well. Makinson, and Saints really coming forward at pace now.
Well, he took the first carry, then he takes the third carry. It's just too quick. Again, look how easy it is for Luke Thompson.
Just tearing into the Wigan defence, and there's almost groans of surprise from the Wigan supporters at the way their side is being bullied here tonight. And you don't see Wigan getting bullied like this very often. Roby's little kick, and this time the ball bounces kindly for the Warriors, and Hardacre has it.
He does a decent job to bend down and get that ball, but they just can't compete with Saints. Again, there's a mistake here.
There'll be 45 to decide who will face Canberra. The English boys and co. Bateman's... we're talking about Lomax with the pass. Wigan will be wishing John Bateman was here tonight. Instead, he'll be in that grand final. Here is Luke Thompson.
Wait.
10 metres out. Charge from Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook. They managed to just deny him. Concern from those Wigan fans behind those posts that don't like what they're seeing at the moment, because it's the red V again pressing on this Wigan defence. Ben Flower determined in the tackle there. Short pass, Thompson looking for a second. That's the 5th tackle. Right under those posts. Roby scanning, gets the pass away to Lomax. Little step from Lomax and a try. Saints Player of the Year, Johnny Lomax. That is why.
They've got so much energy and they're just feeding off the mistakes from the Warriors. When you got Johnny Lomax, he's in red-hot form, isn't he? He's one of those players who wants the ball all the time. Willie Isa slips. You can see a number of Wigan players losing the footing in this game. Johnny Lomax stands wide of the ruck. He already knows what he's going to do.
I think Saints want to kill Wigan's hopes here. Any chance of doing anything against them. They've beaten them 3 times already this year. This would be 4. And they want to make sure if they play in the grand final, the hearts are shattered here after another strong performance.
Kick downfield, and Theo Farge will just put that ball over the dead ball line, bring the first half to a close.
Tackle 3, 4. They're over the 60-metre line.
It was Thompson playing the ball, and Lomax opens them up. Very nearly opened them up. Needed Willie Isa to make the tackle. Here's Coote. Little kick from Coote. He was chasing it, and Hardacre to the rescue once again. Having a big game for St Helens tonight. Another of their dream team selections. And here is Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook, grand final winner in 2014 against the Warriors. I can remember his post-match interview. It's clear as it's seared into my memory. That Louis
you don't
McCarthy.
forget stuff like that, do you?
That one, no. Hoping for a return to Old Trafford, the first since then. Louis and the Saints side. Here's Nagama, first half try scorer, courtesy of a casual Wigan pass. And here's Farge, first blot on his copybook tonight from Theo Farge. Furious, the Frenchman.
You're off, Louis, you're off.
Williams to Hardacre. Hardacre. His kick down the middle of the field, but sits up kindly for Regan Grace. Hardacre with the follow-up tackle. Luluai contributing as well. Coots. Here is Makinson. Luluai once more doing the tackling. Just over the halfway line with Mark Percival now. Percival, Roby, Luke Thompson.
Oh, another big tackle from Morgan Smithies.
Ben Flower down low. Louis McCarthy, Scarsbrook, big charge from him.
They've all got good footwork, haven't they, the big fellas for Saints?
Roby, off the back of that. Chance here, and chance taken by Zeptire. And again, they just came rolling forward, the Saints.
LMS, look at that, good footwork. Talking about big fellas using the footwork at the line, changing those lanes. And then when you've got a fullback who's willing to go at the line, word a tackle, get a whack, but he knows that if he goes at the line, there's going to be some reward. 3 players that are there outside Lachlan Coote. He gives it to that man who's hitting the lead, Zeptire. The players then thrive on the atmosphere.
Well, another Wigan error, and will this one prove costly as well? Farrell's tackle on Coots. Percival. Here is Lomax now. Walmsley is back on the field. Oh, that's just what you need when your backs are against the wall as the Wigan Warriors. Here is Farge. Farge to Ashworth. Willie Isa makes the tackle. Clubb slows things down. Smith's pass. Amor sizing up the opposition and then going for it. Kyle Amor. A pass over the top. Well done. Beautifully done. And Percival will finish it off. That was improv from St Helens.
You can see that pass is too hard for Alex Walmsley. Sensibly, he pulls his head out out of the way, allowing it to go into the path of the recipient, Theophage, who as soon as he catches it, has to then deliver a pass, and that's just sublime rugby league, that.
You like the bravery of Theophage, the pressure that he's under when he gets that ball from Thomas Lulawai is incredible.
Hold, go 3.
Here is Kyle Amor now.
4. Move, Morgan! Turner! Hold!
And Aaron Smith.
5.
Peru.
They've got too many runners, haven't they, when they've got the ball? There's that many options for the ball carrier. Every white shirt seems to be in motion, offering himself as an attacking threat.
Oh, Coote absolutely flattened after the ball had gone.
It's a shoulder charge, isn't it? He's made no attempt to tackle. He's gone through with the shoulder.
Would that be a sin bin then?
Johnny Lomax now leaves the field, as I said. Justin Holbrook looking now. Mission accomplished for him. He just needs to rest his players. I know that he still needs 13 men out there, but the ones who need a breather, just give them a breather before they get to Old Trafford.
Walmsley's pass to Percival. It was Walmsley playing like a centre. Percival to Grace, and Grace is tackled by Liam Marshall. Here is Coote now. Coote, Percival on his shoulder, gets the pass away. It's back to Aaron Smith. Smith's little kick ahead. And Saints competitive right to the end here. Burgess, nowhere for him to go.
St Helens march them all the way down and end up with another set of possession after having forced a goal line dropout.
Wigan went into this on a real surge of form. They've gone from 5th into 2nd place in the table with 7 successive wins. And that was, of course, assisted by the way Warrington, Catalan and Hull all tailed off in the closing weeks. Wigan certainly didn't, but they haven't been able to bring that form into this game tonight. They've conceded another try through Mark Percival, his 2nd of the night. And it goes from bad to worse for the Warriors.
And he has been a continuous thorn in the side of this Saints side. And you look at the damage again that's done from the likes of Lachlan Coote and Theophage. When they go at the line, as defenders, you've got to make a decision. Do you go in and try and sack the half-back, or do you just try and buy a bit of space? You buy a bit of space, you back off, and you'll be punished by the likes of Mark Percival.
He's put in that effort, and they've been outclassed and outbeat, outthought, outfought in every department.
He does get something on the board for Wigan in the closing minutes.
I'd still give it Luke Thompson.
I think he might get it. Got to try. Little kick ahead for Marshall to chase, just too strong. Out of play, that's it. Handshakes from Richard Marshall, Justin Holbrook. Celebrations on the terracing for those Saints supporters.